Okay, here we go. What can I do when I make a terrible mistake? This is part 2. I'm going to tell you a true story about Bitcoins. This video is not about Bitcoin. This video is about spiritually speaking and emotionally speaking. What can I do when I make a terrible mistake? As you can tell, I'm still sick. Thank you for being patient with me. I really appreciate it. A couple nights ago, Bitcoin went sky high, shattering all-time records. And I was going to go ahead and sell it real quick. And I grabbed my mouse and I opened up my account and I made the wrong decision. Instead of selling it, I transferred the Bitcoin to another account. So guess what? I didn't make the $800 profit that I was going to make. So technically speaking, I just lost $800. What do you do when you make a terrible mistake? Well, later on that night, Bitcoin went up farther. Now remember, instead of selling the Bitcoin, I transferred it to another account. So now it's 3:30 in the morning, and I go to that second account and I transfer it back to the first account so I can sell it for cash. Now the profit was only going to be $555 this time. So I click the button, transfer it, and I'm checking and the Bitcoin doesn't show up. So okay, I checked 2 minutes later, it never showed up. You see, there is a delay that I didn't know about. So I checked 10 minutes later and it didn't show up yet. So now I'm checking every 5 minutes and it's not showing up. I mean, I was hoping to make that $555, but it wouldn't show up. So I realized, something strange is happening. So you know what I did? I went and took a prayer break. And I went and prayed for about 30 minutes. I like to pray in the shower a lot. So I took a long shower and prayed. I get out of the shower, get dressed, check my computer. The Bitcoin still had not showed up. So I'm thinking, oh no, I just lost 800. Are you telling me, Jesus, I lost another 555? So you know what I did? Instead of panicking, I went and prayed some more. And I walked around my condo real slowly, just praying. I walk around in the dark, and I like to pray in the dark like that. And I spent a lot of time with Jesus praying. An hour and a half later, it's now 5 a.m. Guess what? The Bitcoin still didn't show up. The transaction was pending. So I said, okay, kiss goodbye, another $555. And I laughed about it. So I went to bed and I prayed for like another half an hour in bed. I like to do that also. I like to pray in my bedroom in the dark. And I'm praising God and I'm praying and I'm thanking Him for everything. And it's been about a half an hour. And it's 5:30 in the morning. And I checked the prices of Bitcoin and it's higher. And it's going higher and higher and higher. So you know what I did? I went back to my living room, turned on the light, turned on the computer, and it's 5:30 in the morning. And I checked the transaction. Guess what? it still didn't show up. That's right. I potentially lost a lot of money last night because I made mistakes and because I didn't know that it can take upwards of an hour and a half to transfer Bitcoin from one market to another. And I didn't know that. It's another mistake. So I made multiple mistakes. So what did I do? I realized, number one, God is doing this on purpose to me. That God is manipulating this Bitcoin transfer and making it take a very, very, very long time. It took over 2 hours, which is too long. And I realized God is doing this on purpose. And I realized that I've been spending a lot of time with Jesus lately, and it's really working, and I'm drawing closer to him, all because of grace. And as I practice these things, guess what? I'm feeling better and better and better about making some huge mistakes. So I went to bed. I'm really, really sick. 5:30 in the morning. I feel like I'm half dead. I go to bed, get up later after lunchtime, and let's start a new day with the Lord. So what do you do if you make a mistake about dating the wrong person? What do you do if you make a mistake about starting a brand new business? What do you do if you make a major mistake when you're talking to your dad on the phone? We have to humble ourselves more, realize that God is commanding our every single step, realize that he is ordering these mistakes to happen on purpose, and that it's all working out for our good. That it's humbling us, crushing our pride, crushing our ego, causing us to pray more. But let me tell you something else. Jesus taught me a lot last night about cryptocurrency by using these mistakes. Because I made a couple major mistakes, I've had to think about it and replay it in my mind and realize how to do it better next time. So he's educating me. Do you realize when you make dating mistakes in your personal life, Jesus is educating you. He's giving you mistakes for examples on how to do things better. Or if you're making major mistakes in your professional business life, Jesus is educating you, helping you to bypass these mistakes the next time. So now it's nighttime for me the next day, and I've learned so much last night. What can you do? Use the education that Jesus is giving you to minimize your mistakes for the next time. And that's what this video is about in part 2. He's teaching us about the mistakes so he can expand our knowledge, expand our wisdom, and show us how to bypass these mistakes next time. And that is a great, great blessing. Let me explain. I made 2 mistakes last night, one for $800, one for $555. But at least it wasn't $8,000. At least it wasn't a mistake for $20,000. It was only $800, thank God, and not $8,000. Do you see, even in our mistakes, Jesus can be blessing us? Isn't it amazing? Even in your Christian dating mistakes that you make, it could have been so much worse. He's blessing you. Even in the terrible mistakes you made on the phone when you were talking to your husband. Sorry, that's my cell phone. God is blessing you because it could have been so much worse. Do you see what I mean now? So what is one of the reasons why God is ordering these mistakes? To teach us about the mistake, to teach us about the topic, to help us to bypass the mistakes in the future, to show us how to do better next time, how to do it properly next time, how to do it differently next time. Do you see what I mean now? And this is a great, great, great blessing. So I am so thankful that these two mistakes only cost me $800 and $555, because it could have been $8,000 and $5,000. We are blessed. We are even blessed in our mistakes. Amen to that.